These are the 10 costly money mistakes that you can make in ages between 40 and 50 years, and how to fix them potentially before you make them. Now, when you turn age 40, 40s and 50s, money mistakes become expensive, just like things can become expensive. And not just expensive, but they become very expensive. Why? Because at this age, age 40, between age 40 and 50, you're no longer just working for yourself, but you're working for your retirement, you're working for your children's future, you're potentially working for your parents. And the person that you become at 60, 65, 68, 70, if God allows you to live up to that particular time. So today we'll talk about something that most Kenyans never hear until it's too late. So these are the 10 costly money mistakes that Kenyans make in 40, between their 40s and their 50s, and how to fix each of them and fix it very fast. And if trust me, if you avoid this in your 40s and 50s, your 60s will look very different from the average Kenyan who retires broke, stressed, and dependent. So let's begin by looking at, why is age 40 a critical point in your investment journey? Why is age 40 very essential, especially in a Kenyan scenario or in an African setup? Turning 40 changes everything. And they always say that life begins at 40. There's a reason why they say so. So at 25, 28, 29, you can make financial mistakes and still recover. But at age 30, you still have time. You still have time to experiment. But when it comes to 40, money stops being theoretical, it becomes practical, it becomes urgent. Here is why. Number one, why age 40 is critical. You have more responsibilities than ever before. In our African setup, in a Kenyan setup, at age 40, you are supporting your children in school because their children have already gone to school. You are supporting your extended family. You are supporting your aging parents. You are servicing loans. You are their needs, lifestyle needs. You have got emergencies at hand. So that now at 40, money has more pressure, money has more places to go. Your money has got more responsibilities to do than ever before. And time is always catching up with you at age 40. So investments becomes non-negotiable, because saving alone cannot sustain all these responsibilities that you have talked about. And so you need an extra source of income. You need to start investing, not theoretically, but actively, so that you have some other extra sources of income to take care of these needs that you have talked about. Reason number two, why age 40 is very critical. You are running out of recovery time. This is why. If you lose money at 25, you have 30 plus years to recover. If you lose money at 30, you still have some years to recover. But if you lose money at 45, if you make a financial mistake at 45, you might only have 10 years working, 10 working years left. So this why it becomes very dangerous. And this means that you have got fewer changes to correct financial mistakes. You have got fewer years to compound your investment. You have got fewer opportunities to start over again. This is why age 40 plus requires smarter, safer, and more intentional investing. Reason number three, why 40 is critical. Your peak earning years are now. An average Kenyan starts earning their highest income between ages 38 to 52. This is where you start earning your peak income. This means that you have more money to invest and more to lose if you waste these particular years. This is the prime years, prime working years for those employed. So if you invest properly at 40, this this 10 to 12 years can change your retirement life. If you don't, Then you'll struggle in your 60s and you'll struggle in your 70s. Reason number four, why 40 years is a critical point: your money mistakes become more expensive than ever before. Look here, if you have debt in your 20s, you can recover. If you have debt in your 40s towards your 50s, it crushes you. A bad investment in 20s, 22, 23, 24 is a lesson learned. You will have learned a lesson. But a bad investment in 48 will crush you. It will damage your retirement. It will push you into a financial crisis, into financial stress. That's why at 40, every shilling has more weight and every decision has got more consequences than ever before. Another reason why 40 is critical, because you finally have clarities. In your 20s, you didn't know what to do. You were confused. In your 30s, you are still experimenting. But at 40, you can't keep experimenting at 40. You know what truly matters. You know what you don't want. You know what you want. You know who you are. You know the lives that you are living and the life that you want. So this gives you some sort of clarity than you were 10 years ago, than you were 20 years ago. And so this clarity will help you choose the right investment, not hype, no shortcuts, and no pressure from friends. Because at 40, you're able to differentiate what is real, what is factual, and what is not. Reason number six, you are getting closer to retirement than you realize. Most people, most Kenyans think that they've got a lot of time left. But here's the truth. In your 40s, you just have slightly 20 or under 20 to maximum 25 years left for you to retire. In your 50s, you're just 10 years away from your retirement. That is not far away. So some people spend more time paying mortgage than preparing for retirement. Wrong decision. The last reason why 40 is critical: your body will soon limit your ability to work, your ability to hustle. Look here, in your 20s and 30s, you are very vibrant. Your energy levels are at the peak. You can hustle weekends. You can hustle. You can wake up at 4. You can wake up at 3 to hustle, to work, to grind, to get more income. But towards 50 or 60, you can't. Your body slows down, whether you like it or not. It's not a decision that is at your hands. You can't build wealth by effort alone at that particular time. You need strategies. You need investments that will keep working for you. So your money must start working for you now at 40, so that you don't have to work as hard as you will have in your late 50s. So in summary, 40 matters because life reaches financial crossroads. One path leads to stress at 60, the other leads to dignity, confidence, and financial freedom. So, what you invest between 40 and 50, 55 will literally determine the quality of life at 60, at 70, if God allows you to live up to 80. So, age 40 is not late. Age 40 is the beginning of financial clarity. And as we always say, that life begins at 40. Also, financial decisions begins at 40. So it is the final and most powerful window that you can use to build, to change your life, and to build the future that you want. So now, without further ado, let's jump into the 10 costly mistakes that people make between age 40 and age 50. Mistake number one: living like there's still time. I've had people always say, when you are at 25, you can always say, nitajipanga baadaye. Nitapanga baadaye, nitasort vitu baadaye. But when you are at 45, that language changes. That statement becomes very dangerous. So statistics say many Kenyans hit 50 with less than 200,000 in retirement savings. Not because they are irresponsible, but because they underestimated how fast time moves. Fix it fast. Do this. Start with any amount. Open a savings account. Open a personal pension plan. Open a treasury bond auto saving account. And do what? Automate monthly savings. Automation. Don't rely on personal will to start saving. You can, for those who can, you can even save 10,000 at the end of the month. 5,000, save any particular amount. This money will be able to compound dramatically over the next 10, 15 years. Mistake number two, supporting too many dependents. People call it black tax. By 40s, you are supporting everyone. You are supporting your siblings, you're supporting your parents, you're supporting your cousins, you're supporting your own kids, because now children are in the picture. And sometimes you're supporting even people who should be working, people who can depend on themselves. You feel guilty saying no, so your savings die slowly because you constantly have to chip in and support these people. How do you fix this? Set a fixed family support budget and never exceed that particular budget. Set 10,000, 20,000. Set a particular amount. I'm just using those values for purposes of this video, but set a particular amount and don't exceed that particular amount. Help, but don't destroy your future at that expense. I know this is a critical discussion topic, but do that to save yourself. Mistake number three, lifestyle debt, trying to look successful. This is the decade of bigger car loans, school fees loans, SACCO loans, credit card spending. Let me upgrade my lifestyle kidogo. Debt becomes a sign of I'm doing well. Nico Sawa. But at 50, the repayment starts crushing you. How do you fix this? Downsize without shame. Clear debt using an avalanche method and pay off the highest interest loans first. Remember, freedom is much, much greater than appearance. Mistake number three, keeping all your money in the bank. You have this satisfaction when your statement, your bank statement has got 200,000, 300,000, 1 million, just putting money in the bank. You put money in current savings account, you put money in a fixed account, you put money in SACCOs only, you put money in money market funds only. Is it safe? Yes, for now, but slowly. You cannot outsave inflation. Inflation will eat away the savings that you put in a savings account, and over time that money becomes, the value of that money decreases as compared to what you would have gotten as if you were saving that particular amount. How do you fix this? Put 20% in a money market fund for liquidity. Put 40% in a treasury bills or bonds for stable growth. Then put 40% in a diversified investment portfolio, SACCO, ETFs, business, land, but do that carefully. Mistake number five, living without emergency fund. At 45, emergencies become more frequent. Job loss, illness, family situations, and without a buffer, a financial buffer of an emergency fund, you fall into expensive debt. How do you fix this? Save 3 to 6 months of expenses into a money market fund, and this will act as your emergency fund. Make it simple, make it practical, and this will be life changing. Mistake number six, this one is can crush you. Ignoring health insurance. They always say, and this has been proven, and most of you will bear me witness, one medical emergency can wipe away 10 to 20 years of your life savings. We have got NHIF, we have got now SHA, we have got SHA, which is good, but it's not enough in many cases. Most of you can attest to that. How do you fix that? Yes, we have SHA working, but get a simple private cover. If you can't afford one, get a family or group cover. You can get this from a SACCO, or you can get this from a financial institution. Nowadays, banks have got covers, insurance companies have got covers. Don't rely on SHA, or don't rely on the one that's provided by your employer only, because one medical emergency can wipe away 20 years of your life savings. Health research shows that health is the biggest financial risk in your 40s. So when you enter your 40s, don't ignore your health insurance. Mistake number 7: investing based on hype. At this age, many Kenyans fall for crypto hype. This investment will give you 80% of returns. People are fall for hot deals. People fall for quick land flips. People fall for WhatsApp investment groups. People easily fall for pyramid schemes at age 40, because age 40 people know that they don't have time, so they can fall for anything that comes their way because time is running out. So fast money always looks attractive at age 40. Fix that. Fix your mindset. If you don't understand it, don't invest it. You will lose your money. Research, do thorough research before spending your money on any deal, because when you lose money in 40, you can't recover. You are out of investment games. Investing is a game, and when you lose your money, you are taken out of the game. Mistake number 8, three more: not planning for children's education. School fees becomes your biggest expense in your 40s. Your children are just finishing primary, some are in high school, some are maybe in college in 40 or in 50. So many parents take loans every term or accept financial stress for kids. Fix it very fast. What do you do? Open an education saving plan, or better still, have this money in a money market fund where you can still access it easily and it is giving you returns, especially for school fees. Contribute what you can consistently. This will remove school fees from your stress list and enable you to pay school fees stress free. Mistake number 9: relying on one stream of income. The most dangerous sentence in your 40s is this: my job is stable. I'm employed by the government. I earn this particular amount of money. Because a single shock, either retrenchment, illness, new management, can collapse your entire financial life just in a single day. Fix it fast. How? Number 1, build one additional income stream. With your knowledge, build consulting, build a side business, learn online skills, learn how you can do tutoring online, start farming, create digital product, start advising people on YouTube to get you extra streams of income. So one extra stream of income doubles your safety. Mistake number 10, the last one: fear of starting over. Many people feel that 40s or 50s is too old to maybe change careers, too old to start a business, too late to learn a new skill, too late to invest differently. But this is a mindset trap that trap people for a long period of time. Fix that. The best time to pivot, to learn something new, was 10 years ago, when you are in your 30s or when you are in your 20s. The second best time is today, the time you're watching this. You are not late, you are just in chapter 2 of your life. There's a bonus mistake that we always make, that people always make in their 40s: relying on your children to provide in your old age. This belief is killing families. This is why you say, I invested in you, I'm investing in them so that you can invest in me. Understand that the Gen Z and today's generation is very different. They have got their own struggles. They are moved out of your house. They start making their own families, and they don't have the same cultural expectations that you had when you were growing up. Depending on your kids is not a retirement plan. It's a financial gamble that 90% of times will not pay out. Your children will grow up and leave your house. They'll grow out and go to Uganda and go to US and go to Canada and start freelancing, start flying outside the country and start building their own financial life. So it's a gamble. It's not an investment plan. Fix it today. Build your own future. Have your own investment plan. Your kids should inherit peace and not pressure. So those are the 11 costly mistakes that people make in their 40s and 50s. So in your 40s and 50s, you are not, it's not the beginning of the end. This is the beginning of financial clarity, the beginning of uh, investing clarity, retirement clarity. You know who you are at this age. You know what matters to you. You know what you don't want to repeat. You know the mistakes that you learned in your 20s and in your 30s. So fixing your money and your finances at 40 is not about being rich. It's about building a future where you are not afraid of growing old. So start today, just now, the moment you watch this, start uh, doing something as it regards to your finances. So it's about building a financial cushion that your 60 years old self will be grateful for. So as I always say, if you found this helpful, share it with someone who's in their 40s or in their 50s and needs to be reminded. By the way, statistics shows that we need to be reminded more than we need to be told new life things. So that is it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.